button Battleship Gamer here, and I thought I'd do something little unknown survival game called Stranded Deep. I don't know how popular it is, but graphically it's superb. The idea is you have to survive and get off the island by killing 3 bosses, a megalodon, giant eel and a giant squid, and you get the parts to get on the plane and get off the island. But I've got no intention of doing that, to be honest, because I've built my island and spent too long on it. So I thought I'd give you a little tour, and we'll start off with the main base. This is where you save, call it Gamer's Paradise. This is very important to get up first, so you can save and sleep. As you see, just hold that and then you can sleep or save. Okay. Now, next we've got are the drinks, water still collectors. Very important to get these up, as you'll see. In this, you've got the heart, which is your sort of energy. You've got the little, looks like a chop there, that's your food. The droplet is your water, and the SPF is the sun, because being in the sun too long can affect you. So, you've got the water things, you just build those, and you can drink from it, and you'll see it goes up as you drink. See? Mark every time. So that's the important ones. Then, you've got your meat smoker. So what you want to do with the meat smoker is you get your tools. Tools are very important. You get one of these. Get him. We've got a bird because we've got a bird catcher. And you just attach it to the smoker. Then you would get your kindling, which is here. You make sure you've got enough fuel in the campfire. You can use wood for that. You can even use leaves for it, phosphorus leaves from the palm trees. And you just left and right triggers, and you light it. Now, important thing. When this meat, it will go to cooked, and it will ding, a bit like a microwave. When it goes to smoked, which is after the cook phase, you can leave it there. You can put it in your sort of crates that you get. As you can see here, you've got wooden boxes. You can put them in there and store them in forever. So if you ever go on a trip and you think you're not going to be able to hunt or find any food, take it with you. I've got like 3 boxes full of meat there, so I'm never without it. Same with the flasks. You can get flasks, and you can fill those full of water. Clay one holds 5, and a leather one holds 3. You just fill them up here. Now, onto the top. So this is a little hut I built, just literally to keep the leaves into the little waters. These are great. You get sticks off a tree and get them all over the place. These are the tops of palm trees, so they don't grow back. These do. So these, but they will give you 5 for each leaf. So you've got 4 there. So it's 20. So I literally just keep them in there. I've always got them to fill up the fire and everything else. This, potatoes. I've grown potatoes. You can grow anything. Potatoes are great because you can use those in this. It gives you fuel for your canisters, which gets you your little mobile helicopter thing, which I'll show you in a moment. And then I've got this jugger growing. And more potatoes. The more potatoes you can do, the better, because it's fuel for your engine on your boat and your little flying helicopter. PP, that's great for vaccines. If you get hurt, poisoned, you can use it as a vaccine. 2 of those and a little coconut, and you're away. And then this one is your aloe vera, which is great to keep. That will take your SPF straight up. So that's a little garden area. Now, we'll go out here before we go across to the others. Oh, one other thing I've got here. These furnaces, you can't really do anything with them apart from there is ways to use them to make certain tools. But they're great source of light if it goes dark. So it'll light up this whole little area, which is great. We've got the snare here, which is a great source to catch a bird. And look, conveniently, There's a bird. So we'll take that. And we'll go back. I can put that on the fire that's going at the moment. So we'll just drop it here. There we go. We'll skin it. And we'll put it on the fire. As we got one going at the moment. Might as well put it on. Did you hear that little like egg timer? It's smoked. So that is done. You can leave that there forever. It really is. So we'll go on this tour. Now this is my other little place. Now I built this as kind of a tower. If we go up here, there's nothing in the rooms. I could store stuff in the rooms, but there's no need. I built this little tower. As you can see, it goes up. There's a lot of hours in building it. But it's just to look out. You can see other islands out there. As you can survey your surroundings, see where you want to go. You'll see over there, there's storage for my helicopter, but we'll get to that. And it's a great little source. So, just be careful you have to go down the stairs, because if you jump down too far, you can break your leg, which means you've got a splint and bandage and everything, and it's just a whole hassle. You can hardly walk across the island. At the moment you can run, but you won't be able to. Yellow bars your energy, by the way. I've got a shark. I caught this a couple of days ago. I left it there because you can literally skin it and get loads of meat and skin off it, but I left it there until I need it. This is my main build. As you can see, I've got big constructions here. This is my main building. We'll go and check this out. There's the door. I've called it Hotel California. Being a rock person, that's why there. So we'll go across here first. I'll show you. So I built this little device just to literally put this on here. A gyrocopter. Little mini helicopter. So fuel for that is that thing I showed you earlier. You can get jerry cans and just fill them up. Always take them with you because it takes a lot to fly to one island. And you don't want it running out mid-ocean. So this is my other place. So I've got another furnace in here. Got a few lights, and I've put these on the wall to contain stuff like skins. And I've got a little section here. I've got Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry! Yep, found Wilson. I'll put him on there. And you'll see, I've got my fishing rod to fish with. And all my plants. I've got fairly organised tools, also spear guns, all the things you need. I've got an empty one because I've got to get some more crates. This is my builder's yard, so I've got my logs in here, as you can see. I'm pillaging islands. Got clay, which is under the ocean, just off your island. You have to go down searching for it. Your pickaxe, and I've got loads of rocks. Again, there sometimes on islands you can get 6 out of a pile. That's my first room, and we'll go up. My next room. So I've got 2 rooms up here. Up here I've got my loom and my tanning rack. I get your leather, and different things like that. Make tools. So this is my boys' room. So got my boys, got loads of coconuts. Always a good source. If you're just running a bit low on the old water, you can just crack one of those open, drink it, and then you can crack it again. It splits in 2 for food. You just don't eat too much of them because you can get sick. So that's my ballroom. And we'll go up another level. Another furnace just to light the way. In here is just general junk room. So I've put my scrap, which you can use for your raft and everything. I've put guns and my lamps and torches and compass and that. Stuff I've got multiple things of that I don't really need to use all the time. In here is electrical. It's all parts of the gyrocopter, and it makes your engine for your raft. I've got multiple, I've found loads of it. The one hard part you'll find is the little engine for the gyrocopter. I've only ever found one. So that builds a gyrocopter, but you've always got spare parts. And this is just my little luxury apartment. Got nothing in it. I was thinking of building table and chairs in there, but it's kind of a waste of wood, so you can just look out and have a vision out beyond. that's my luxury apartment. That's my main building that I come in all the time. So right down here and back out. So that's my main building. Okay, so now we've gone to the little run. So I built a little runway here. This is my raft. So you can see loads of boxes. I've got things in them to store that I might take. Trick with the gyrocopter is, if you look here, this is the stuff you can hold. So if you put one box in, say this slot, yeah, one box in there, that box will hold 3 items. Now with the Frostbus sleeves, for example, you can hold 24 of those in one slot. So that gives you 3 slots of 24. And most things you can hold 4 of, so it gives you 4, 8, 12 of something. So, you know, when you go on gyrocopter, try and fill your hands with these. Always leave a couple spare, one spare, because you might find some on the way, and then you won't be able to bring more back. But you see, look, 4, 4, 4. So it's always worth it. This is my new little room, which I've put all these leaves in. You get 5 of these leaves off one of those. So you can see I've got loads of those. So they're great for the fire, and they're great for the fuel, and they're great for the water. So if you see, look, see these young plants, they always grow back. So if you smash one, you've got a Frostbus leaf. A Frostbus leaf, it's great on the water still, it acts like a big thing, but if you put it on the fire, you only get a little mark. So try and keep these ones for the water stills. They're handy. You see those, now those are now cooked. Then you just put that fire. Fire is also a good source in the night where you can use. But for now, I can leave them there. I can take some. I've already took some. Look, I've had it for ages. Just eat one. Up goes your energy. Eat another. There you go, up to full. Have a quick drink, leave that up to full as well. There we go, full of that. So, always drink and eating is the most important. So, now, here is my little, as we call, fishing hut. So, I made this little hut. I was going to put fish in here, but I've made it more of a structure because you can come out here and sharks swim by and you can fish. Now I will show you how you do your fishing. So, quick thing on my boat, keep one of these, keeps you in the shade, which means your SPF levels will start rising. As you can see it's rising, so I'm in the shade. You can go in your buildings, but if you're out in the middle of the ocean, it's handy to have a bit of shade. And then you've got your motor and your anchor, which keeps it where it is, and your rudder to steer it. Motor, you don't need the rudder, you steer with the motor and go forwards and backs, but it obviously takes fuel, as you can see. Fuel's depleted. So, go in the water, just take a shortcut, and I'll show you a bit of fishing. In we go. So we're in here, and the boys upstairs make these. Now, if you happen to lose a fish off and it breaks your line, those will be in the ocean, but they will float back to the shore. So don't think, oh, I've lost it forever. You probably won't, because they will float back. Oh, I've got another bird over there. I'll get that in a minute. And up to the fishing hut we go, and there we go. Now, once you've got these in, you don't have to equip them with your rod. You just select your rod. You've got them in the same thing, see, it's on the end. So literally, you just pull back on the left trigger, right trigger, out it goes. You can go far, but it goes far enough. And you wait. You wind it in a little bit. Sometimes you get a good hit. Like that, there we go. Now make sure you don't just wind. Let it out a bit, play a little bit. Okay, when it starts bending like that, let them slack off. Welcome. You get small, medium, large and extra large. So it's always worth playing with them if they're a little bit bigger. I think this may be a cod, it may be slightly bigger. So, okay, so when you get here, you can afford to give it a bit. There we go, we got a large fish. So, yeah, and it was a cod. It was. Look at that. The graphics are really good in this. We'll fish one more, just so you can see. You might get variety. Might get an extra large, you never know. We'll see. Let's wind it in a bit. Anything's interesting. Waves can affect it as well, if they're a bit choppy. The weather changes so dramatically on the islands. If it gets a bit choppy, sometimes just winding it in as well. They can take it last second, like that. There we go. See, we took it last second, and we got it, and it's a small one. So, there you got two, and there you go, little sardine. And that's how you do your fishing. Of course, you can go down with the stick into the ocean. I'll show the ocean, big jump in here, and under you go. You have got to breathe. You can get these goobers, that's the extra large fish. But you gotta watch, because if you're in the ocean like this, of course you've got to think about sharks. So they won't come near the island like this close, really, but they'll be out. You'll hear a warning when they're near. You usually only get a couple of sharks rotating your island. So take the bird. When I came out here is how I got a tiger shark. I came out here onto the rocks and I heard a noise and I saw him here, and I just used the spears to get him. These, you got to look for wrecks everywhere. So you got that there, and if you look over there where my dot is, there's wood there. That's another wreck. Dive down to wrecks and you'll get the boxes. And obviously they contain stuff, but they're also good when you've used whatever's in there. You got them to sort of take them round and get more stuff and store it in there. This is your label maker, which you can obviously label stuff. So we'll drop him back there. This is my island. These grow 67 phosphorus leaves. So they grow back every couple of days. So I've got 3 of them on this island, which is why I picked it. It's just handy. You can see all its glory. It took me hours to build it. Well, you can see if I pause. 129 days, I mean, that's this island. Humanity! But you can have all around your island, and you'll see these grow all the time. They just grab them when they grow back after every couple of days. They grow. But when you chop down a palm tree, it doesn't grow back. So just be aware of that. If you go and take loads from an island, then those palm trees won't grow back. So once you've got the wood, these will, because these grow all over. You can see all over the place. They're great sources, as I say, for the fire and the water and everything. Just great. I've got these. Now I've got them in my possession. I'm just going to check the water stills. Get it back up there. There we go. Can use them on the fuel side as well. Obviously I've got one up here. Add more. You can see it's getting dark. Now when it gets dark, always best to try the source of light. Now you've got these, which as you can see are really good. See right into the water. Look, if you want to do some night fishing, grab some sardines. Really good. Yeah, I've got another source which I've got in here. Now, if you see, I've got those. Trouble with those, they burn down. So you can light it in the fire and put them all around. The best thing to do, if you can find them, is that as you can come in, look, see the burner? See, great source of light. Also you got these. The lanterns turn off. However, they will come on automatically when it's dark. So I've got them here. I'm going in here because I put one of those on there. So up here, you know, just different rooms, different stuff. Got one there though. I don't think there's any in here. Some of the rooms you don't need to, really. If you want to build a big structure, I've got one here. Just so it lights the way. I think I've got one in this other room as well. Little lamp. There you go though. Just in case you you know, these short. You shouldn't do. They don't run out of batteries. And I've got loads of them. They're not hard to grab as such. So, tools wise, you can equip. If you can get a belt, you can make a belt, which I believe belong here. You can add things to your belt. Try and get to tool page 3. And if you do this, we'll just put that way. Hold down the one bumper. It allows you to put tools in there. So axe, great for chopping down trees, obviously, and other things. Pickaxe, great for getting the stones and the clay. This is all purpose. You need to have one of those. You just chop down little plants, and it's great for skinning. You have to use that skin. So, and then you've got these. There's a wooden one. These you can find about a refined hammer. You can't make a refined hammer, but you can find them in lockers and things of shipwrecks. The more the better, because they're really durable. And that's how I made things like this. And beautiful moon, look. Beautiful night. So I'll go and put my fish. I usually store. I was going to do fishing in the fishing hut, but as I made it all that way for fishing, I thought, no. I usually store them next to the fire. So I did have a couple of eggs there the other day, but they disappear, the eggs, if you drop them. Fish will stop there forever. There's also crabs around, which you can grab. And that is literally my island. It's very efficient. I've got everything I need. Could have another smoke, but there's no need. So here we go now. A drink. Another little tip. If you're going to go to another island, there's boars and giant crabs, and they all try and attack you. The only other thing you can do is go to the options, go to general, and you can put this wildlife. You can turn them off, which I don't see the point. That's sharks and big boars and crabs are completely gone. You just got small fish in there. Default, which means that they will attack you if you're nearby, and then you've got passive like that, which means the sharks are there, but they won't come at you. You can just attack them, and they won't attack you, which is nice. It makes it a bit of just an island simulator. I've got on default at the moment. I don't want to change, just because you get sharks swim by and stuff. So I think there's only one or two per island. The music changes at night as well. So I never usually sail at night, because you need to see the islands. And yes, you can use your binoculars. It will zoom to the island, and then you can zoom in further, and you can sort of get a gist of it. That big ship behind is where the end game is. But I just prefer to go in the daytime, because you can see more about. Obviously now I've built my gyrocopter, which just recently built. Then I can fly, so night's not so bad. But it does take a lot of fuel. You can raise the sails and load them. You want to go or cruise? I say, more boxes the better. The only thing you gotta watch is it didn't really explain how to use these. So they're on the side. So really, these two could be doing on the front and go this way, you know, forwards, and then this should be over here really. So you've got these two here, and that one the other side. So it goes, because when you do go using the engine, these boxes obscure your view. Whereas when these are on the front, you see straight ahead in front of you. So, you know, just be aware of that when you're building. I just found some barrels I've just attached on the side. I found some tyres, but I could attach them on the side. Because you can use various things. And if you go in here, you've got your bird snare and fish trap. Fish trap I don't find point. So you've got all your shells and sleeping bags. This is so easy to make when you land on an island. There's no point in a sleeping bag, to be honest. This is your smokers. And all your sort of tools you'll need. Your boiler, your brick station. I haven't got a brick station because I haven't used any bricks really. And then you've got your stone. These are really most important, your tools. Use those against sharks. You can make really strong ones, bow and arrows and this, and they do take more impact, but look how much that takes. Leather, which means you have to have hides, stone tool, crude spear. Where to kill a shark, I killed it like 6-7 spears. They take 1 piece of wood. In a log you get 4 pieces of wood, so that's 4 straight away. And that's why I keep them in here. I've got loads of them. Oh, and you got these as well. These is, see, that holds 3 servings for your water, and that holds 5. It's worth getting clay and building those. That's why I built the you can make that with the little furnaces. And then you got air tanks. You know, if you're going deep diving, it'll give you a breath of air. They don't run out of air. It's, you know, it's handy. You can see the buoys are under there. It's for your flotation, and then you got your sort of platform to stand on. So you've got other things like your building. You can build. That's how I built. It took a long time. I did have a massive tower with those sort of lookout towers, but then they take quite a bit of stuff. You can make planks with the sort of trunks, but I just didn't see the point in the tower. So I sort of demolished it. These are the bases. See the buoys, you can make more bases, tyres. These you can't hold. These are tyres and barrels. You just have to drag them to the island and then put them together and use them. And then you've got your floors, which I must do onto the tyres. So if I was to, I'll show you what I mean right here. So if I go and grab a trunk and drag a tree trunk, see what I mean. So in we go, a tree trunk, grab one, exit we go, back out. Always do this when you've got a bit of clear beach so you can see the sticks and everything. If you're on grass, sometimes they can be obscured. So you get that and you drop it. Get your axe, a couple of bashes, it sticks. Now what you can do is you can hold that and it'll tell you fast stuff, but you have to be in that particular menu. So if you just tap it, then you can go into that menu. If I was going to building, then vehicles, if I go into this menu, you'll see that needs, that's a base. But this, a floor, you can craft. Now I've got a floor. So then all you need to do is come over. Oh. See something in the way. Oh, I need to exit that actually. So I made a mistake there. Sorry about that. I'll go the other way. So I forgot about my platform. See, that gives you a quick building. See, I was in the building, so we'll get the base. We'll go the opposite way. Through here in the water. And then come to your barrels. And see, it goes blue. And now you can climb on your raft. That's your bar, your blue bar is if you're gonna drown. So You come near, somewhere, you go like that, you can climb on. Now you can see I've made a little platform. Here, extra on the side with the barrels. So, you know, the bigger the raft the better, because when you fight, if you decide to fight the 3 main bosses, you know, obviously you've got a big raft to, like, you can do lots of stuff there, spears and health, because they will try and take you down, and they take a lot to kill as well. And also, if you go across the ocean in choppy water, because it does get some storms and it's really hard to navigate, a little one or your dinghy will flip over. Plus, in the dinghy, sharks will flip that over as well, and then you fish bait. So the bigger ones like this, shark will bob it from underneath, but it will just sort of bob up and down like that, just slightly. But he can't tip it because it's too big. So, you know, it's always worth doing that. Then, if you look over there, you'll see water spraying up. Now, that usually means that's a good indication that there is a crate down there. So, if you see those go to an island, you see those, it's going to be crate. Oh, and we got the bats. Never caught a bat. They usually go in the trees. I've never caught one with the birds now, but I've only just put that up. So I thought, well, might as well grab birds. I don't know whether they can be caught by the birds now. I don't know. But I know they go in the trees. I guess when they go in the trees, you can hunt them, I guess, if you got a spear. But, yeah. So that is literally my island. And as I say, look, phosphorus leaves there. Oh, sharks having the munch on the leaf. Bank, the phosphorus leaf. Top up there. That's literally to all the islands. There's a store. I like to keep it nice. So I've enjoyed having a look around my island. I'd love to see some comments or some links to your island so I can have a look. And I'll check you out on the next one. What I'll do next, I think, is I will we'll take a tour. So what we'll do, we'll go on the gyrocopter. We'll take a tour onto a different island. Maybe that one over there. And happy gaming. Have a great day, and I appreciate you all.